Well, as soon as I seen the number 3 on there, and she caught it as soon as I looked at it. Like, why would be? Is there any more discussion to that one?
I have concerns as well, but I think reading through it, you've given as much as we can here. So.
Yeah, there's not a lot I can say about it.
Understood. Any further discussion?
There's a pattern. That's all I'm saying.
Understood.
There's a pattern.
Okay. No further discussion, please call the roll.
Mr. Honeycutt is excused. Mrs. Potatoes?
Yes.
Mrs. McCoy?
Yes.
Mr. Dagmeyer?
Yes.
Mr. Doug Myers?
Yes.
Mrs. Delaney votes yes. Mr. Thor?
No. Motion is passed 5-1. Next item, please.
Closed session.
Thank you. Thank you. Did I say that out loud? Moving on, please. Next item.
14.01, there will be no possible action following closed session.
Thank you. Next item.
15.01, sale of used phone equipment. Motion.
Support.
Motion by Ms. Delaney, supported by Mr. Doug Myers. We accept the recommendation on the sale of used phone equipment. Any discussion?
Thank you to all who took this on and put some money in our general fund. Barb and Kathy and Leanne and Thor.
Jason Cunningham?
Leanne didn't do it.
Leanne didn't have
I thought it was said that you guys moved equipment or something like that.
That was part of
That's
sixth grade.
yeah.
So I lumped the two together. I'm sorry if I misheard you. But regardless, they're all working real hard to
Everybody's
save us
working,
some money.
so just
Yeah.
roll for credit. Very good. Any further discussion on this issue? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 6-0. Next item, please.
16.01, Chromebooks, Tierney quote. Motion.
Support.
Motion by Ms. Delaney, support by Mr. Dave Myers, that we accept the recommendation regarding the Chromebook quote.
Where will these Chromebooks go?
Initially, these, well, first let it be noted that it didn't take long for me to find a good purpose for 2/3 of the phones we just sold. What we have is we've adopted, we've adopted a new instructional monitoring model with our teacher piece as well as our principal evaluative assessment, which as part of it has an online component. And one thing we noticed, Marianne and I, as we were working with our administrators, we provide at the start of our administrative agenda 10 to 15 minutes of time to log on, to get on the stages and update their artifacts, put in notes and do all this work. And we've noticed over the last few meetings that almost no one is doing that. And it then became readily apparent that almost no one has a device. And other than their desktop, which obviously they're not bringing with them to a meeting. So we wanted to make sure we took an opportunity with a device that is, of course, web-based, can provide them the opportunity to do all of the teacher evaluation work that the new law requires our administrators to do, and it helps them be more nimble when they're on the go. We're asking a lot of them, in the classrooms, we're asking a lot of them out of the classroom as well, and when they're in their office, of course, they've got their desktop, which has maximum storage and a bigger hard drive, obviously. But the Chromebook allows them to get to Google Docs and Google Apps and the web and do all of their evaluation work. So it'll start with them, and then we envision after a year it getting in the hands of students. So kind of a dual purpose.
So can I ask, how much are we using like Google Drive and Google? Is it uniform or just
Kind of really kicking it off. So we have some pilot. Tracy is giggling with excitement as this evolution is slow but growing in speed. So moving there. Yeah. And obviously you don't need device storage space for the Chromebooks. So good stuff.
But you can see all of the work that we've done, because there are times where we can't all meet together. So the PowerPoint that were put together, we're all done on Google Docs so that we can all actually work on it. So it's interesting, sometimes
It's
you'll
nice
see
to
the,
work remotely.
you'll see who's working at the same time,
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's interesting.
So, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion passes 6-0. Next item, please.
17.01, approval of financial institutions. Motion?
Support.
Motion by Ms. Sweeney, support by Mr. Dave Meyer, that we approve PNC non-life financial institutions. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion passes 6-0 as well. Next item, please.
18.01, approval of attorneys.
Motion.
Support?
Motion by Mr. Doug Myers and support by Ms. Sweeney. We approve the listed attorneys. Any discussion?
I just was surprised at the list, that we use so many of the Keller Toma attorneys. And if we could get a monthly breakdown of how the attorneys are being used and the cost of the attorneys, that's a huge figure. I know it's in our bills that we pay, but a breakdown of why we're using all of these attorneys and when we use them.
Firm to firm, topic to topic.
Well, we use Townsend Laha, John Cava, and William Laha for the same thing that we would use Gary King for, so how would we differentiate between using the two? And then student expulsions, dealing with contracts and vendors, RFPs, labor hearings, grievances, arbitration, student discipline matters. Again, there's 2 attorneys. EECO, personnel records, insurance issues, all different attorneys. So I guess if they're not an attorney that can do most of this,
A single firm or a single person?
I'm just questioning, because this is the first time seeing this full list. I've not heard of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these attorneys.
To my knowledge, these are the ones from last year. Is that accurate? Same list?
I believe
Same
so.
firms?
I mean, I know that when we presented, I know in March I had presented a change, and the only one I changed was Miller Canfield, because James Crowley went from Clark Hill to Miller Canfield.
She had to do a change.
And we wanted to keep the same attorney for bonding. The other attorneys, I only typically use Clark Hill for our property in Miller Canfield, and then obviously we use Keller Blaha. So for Keller Toma, I don't know what those are.
Well, the
But they
primary
were on the
is-
list in March.
Sure.
Yep.
And so, since I've arrived in June, my primary interactions have been with 2. That's John Cava, of course, for general attorney work that we need assistance with from time to time, whether it be negotiations or personnel or so forth. And then Keller Toma, Gary Sashatal helps handle our special education issues that involve expulsion or student reinstatement. Those are the only 2 that I've used since June. So I don't know what history the district has with the other firms. You I know have bonding work and financial work with at least one of them.
The ones I deal with on a regular basis are Dana Abrahams, who does anything with our property and research our property when we sold, can't remember. Julia King, that's all I know, but when we sold that building, Tridell, when we sold Tridell, and then James Crowley, but that's all of our bonding and borrowing.
Right.
So, and obviously John Cava, but
And under Keller Toma, familiar with Gary King, but I guess I've not seen a breakdown each month of all of these other attorneys and how much we're paying them.
Yep, I took it to be that these were the approved list. We didn't necessarily deal with these at any given month. I mean, some clearly,
The approved list for the next, the next year, basically.
I think the majority of the people that we work with is Clark Hill, and Penny works with them. Collins and Blaha, I think all of the cabinet works with them. Miller Canfield, now it was Clark Hill, but now James Crowley is with Miller Canfield. And then Keller Toma, I think that the majority of the student issues are dealt with Gori Sashatel. And if I remember correctly, the previous superintendent may have contacted Keller Toma, Jerry King for maybe one small item last year. But to the best of my knowledge, Keller Toma is not called definitely on a regular basis. And I have not called them since I was basically told not to use them to perform the Collins and Blaha since 2014.
So I'm looking at the attorney list dated October of 2015, and I'll just quickly go through it. Keller Toma, Gary King, Gori Shashatel, Larry Kohu, Dan Blair, Rick Fanning, Thomas Fleury, Carl Blakely. Under Clark Hill, there's Jim Crowley, Dana Abrahams, and John Garrett. Under, this is the from Trim, thank you. But they're not no longer on this list.